to Spawn Point, the show for gamers by gamers. I'm Bajo.
I'm Tim.
I'm Goose.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N.
And thanks so much for joining us this week, Tim, all the way from news to me.
I am super excited to be here, guys. I love games so much. And I'm really excited to meet you as well, Darren.
Oh, excellent. Now, just hold still.
Whoa. Oh, don't worry, Tim. He's just scanning you for nubichlorine.
Easy, Bajo, because I feel really funny inside, man.
Yeah, it's fine. Just go with it. It's fine.
Woo!
Oh, scan complete. Zero nubbery detected.
It's always good to be sure. And that's perfect because it's just in time for kickoff because we're checking out FIFA18.
Care. And that's a brilliant goal. Well taken.
Ooh, I'm ready to take you guys on.
Well, before we get all sporty, we need to get all diggy in SteamWorld Dig 2.
It is refreshing to see robots in the lead role for once.
Now, Tim, I hope you've been brushing up on your video game trivia.
Oh, yes, let me guess. It's time for Darren's Challenge.
That's my line. Today, I'm asking you this. What does Chase McCain need to fight at the end of the moon base level in Lego City Undercover? Answer at the end of the show.
Some kind of boss, I would imagine.
Bajo, every game ends in a boss fight. You know this.
Yeah, good point, Tim. All right, are you ready for the first review with Bajo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bajo, I originally reviewed the first SteamWorld Dig with Goose. In fact, I liked it so much, I gave it a perfect score.
I remember, Darren, which is why I'm so excited to play the sequel, and it does not disappoint.
Set in a time where steambots rule the surface and humans are relegated to underground caverns, you play a mechanical robot called Dorothy. She's searching for Rusty, the robot you played in the last game. What a twist. But before your search has even begun, this happens. Trapped!
Fear not, Tim, because you're never trapped in this game. Soon you meet a strange orb of energy who guides you out of the first cavern. You soon learn that the earthquakes are becoming a real problem for everyone, and you're then tasked with figuring out why they're happening.
Yes, and to do this, you'll need to, you guessed it, dig, dig, dig. But you can't go everywhere at first. You'll need to mine for gems, which you can then sell for upgrades. You'll also need to search for cogs, which allow you to customize the upgrades you have purchased. It's a fantastic system of progression, and every time that you're feeling like you're having a bit of trouble or can't really get somewhere, some new upgrade will present itself, making life easier for you and opening up new areas.
That's so true. First the platforming got hard. Then I got pressure bombs to help with exploding unreachable blocks and enemies. Then I encountered rocks I couldn't break. Boom! Jackhammer. Then I was having trouble reaching high places and navigating up. Boom! Hook shot. I just never wanted to stop playing this game.
That's the genius of the SteamWorld games. Lots of little rewards that both make life easier for you, but also open up new challenges. It makes you want to backtrack to re-explore old areas and also provides you with satisfaction as you quickly destroy blocks and enemies that used to cause you trouble.
Yeah, it is so much fun searching for those elusive cogs and secret areas too. Pro tip, I found if you turn the music off, it's actually much easier to find those cogs by listening to the faint sound of their grinding gears.
Yes, Bajo. In fact, I think I can still hear them now.
Oh, sorry, that's just me. I had a big lunch.
Oh, right. Well, the cog upgrade system is actually genius because it stops you from just grinding and collecting gems. You need to seek out cogs to customize your upgrades, and this means you'll have to go exploring and delving deep into the mines.
There's also lots of variety in enemy types and zones. And once you make it to the cultist temple, there's all sorts of traps and puzzles to solve.
But watch out for that lava, though.
There's boss fights as well, and of course plenty of tricky platforming. In fact, I'd say this game focuses more on precise platforming skill compared to the first one.
Agreed, Bajo, but the more you play, the better at it you get.
I do like that there's an easier difficulty setting too, because this is the perfect game for spawnlings young and old.
Tim, are you saying you played this on easy? Keep in mind, your answer could incur a charging of my laser!
No, I played it on normal. Darren, please don't charge up your lasers, mate. This is my first time on the show. Give the kid a break.
Oh, very well. Final thoughts?
Well, I cannot get enough of this game. It's a more refined sequel, but more importantly, there's more to dig. So I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I agree, Bajo. It's a game that'll eat away your time with endless exploration, and you'll be totally fine with that. I'm giving it 4.5 rubber chickens as well.
Oh, by the way, I recently discovered some catacombs beneath the ABC. Want to go dig for Kerry's treasure?
Yes!
Oh, let's go! Welcome, esports fans, to another round of the SP League. I'm your host with the most, Darren, from high up in the commentary box. Today's fierce matchup is Goose versus Bajo. And if that wasn't exciting enough, the two will be speed-running levels in a game all about going fast. Yes, it's Sonic Mania. So let's head down for the all-important pre-game handshake.
All right, good luck, Bajo.
Good luck, Goose. You're gonna need it.
All right, both players selecting their character now. Goose going with Knuckles, and Bajo with Sonic. No surprises there. It'll be a best of 3 levels, starting with the traditional Green Hill Zone. First to the finish line wins the round.
2, 1, go!
And they're off! Both players zooming out of the blocks, but which path will each player take? Goose using Knuckles' trademark glide to good effect.
Come on. Yes.
But Bajo in the lead as the blue bullet. Can Goose keep up?
You underestimate my glide powers. I just saw your checkpoint.
Oh no! Speed up, Sonic, speed up!
Both players spinning. Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Let's go. Whoa. I can't keep up with it.
Oh no! Oh.
Bajo showing some platforming prowess as he pounces on those enemies.
Oh, it's got the spikes! You've got to make. Oh no, my rings!
Oh dear, he's in the spikes. Rings everywhere. Oh, that will be costly. And here comes Goose.
Oh no!
But now he's in the spikes too.
Feel better.
Come on, come on.
The split closing now as Goose catches up.
Wrong way!
Wait, what?
But wait, there goes Bajo. The other way.
I got it.
Wait,
Oh, it's spikes!
I'm in a hole.
Oh, the rings are gone!
Bajo, go back.
It's going to be close, but Bajo takes the first round as Sonic.
They got really close at the
They
end.
got really close, yeah.
All right, on to the second round, and it's a race across the neon cityscape of Studiopolis. Who will make it off the mark first? Goose building up his spin at the start.
Oh no! Oh, not off to a good start. Hey, how's it going?
Both stuck at the first obstacle. Could this be a sign of things to come?
It's a very confusing Bajo.
With so many splitting paths, it looks as if both players are totally disorientated.
Where am I supposed to go? I'm so confused.
Come on, nail that.
You can go up, down, or middle. There's always 3 ways.
Spikes.
Well, sports fans, this isn't the thrilling race we were promised.
Oh no. What am I in? I'm in a popcorn maker.
It appears this stage has some less traditional methods of transportation.
I'm in a truck. I'm being radio.
I'm not confused.
Bajo is still lost. Goose picking up some speed and... Oh, he's done it!
Oh no!
Goose with the second round!
Where am I?
There he goes!
Hey.
What an exciting turn of events. It's 1 round each.
Whoever wins this is the all-time Sonic champion.
Yeah, alright, good luck. Not all-time Sonic champion.
And it's back to the Green Hill Zone for the final race. However, this stage may prove to be trickier than the last.
1, go!
Hey, you took my thing! You took my slidey thing, Goose!
It's alright, I'm stuck up ahead.
Bring it back!
Bajo not having any of it.
How was I supposed to get across? You took my thing!
Looks like he's calling for foul play.
Oh no, I died! I wasn't paying attention!
He's not paying any attention to the race.
It's alright, I'm a bit lost.
Oh, I can jump it.
That was your checkpoint.
But now Bajo is back in the race, picking up speed. Goose, meanwhile, going with a glide, which has proven to be an effective method once today.
I'm gonna glide all the way to victory, Bajo.
Oh, secret wall, Goose!
Bajo calling on his expert Sonic knowledge.
Knuckles, come on.
It's neck and neck. It's going to be a close one. Who will it be? Goose has found a shortcut, but is it the fastest route? Meanwhile, Bajo heads for the drink. Will that give Goose the time he needs to...
Bajo.
But what's this?
No, Goose! No, Goose!
Would you look at this? Goose has actually made it to the finish.
No! Don't you do it, Goose!
Goose ready to go at any time. And he's done it! Goose is the ultimate Sonic champion!
ultimate Sonic champion.
No, we never said it would be the ultimate
I'm
Sonic
pretty
champion.
sure.
Oh, my rings again!
Your heart has to go out to Bajo, truly the biggest Sonic fan out there, just missing out on glory today, and he's not taking it well. So, let's throw to the scoreboard and see where things stand. And would you look at that? It's Goose's first point on the board, putting him in equal stead with Rad, while Bajo can still walk away today with the overall lead. And both players leaving the match in good spirits. Thanks for watching, Spawnlings. Until next we meet on the virtual field of play, this is D.A.R.R.E.N signing out from the SPL commentary box. You know, I used to be quite the Sonic speedrunner back in my day. No, really, I was. Ask anyone. Colin? Tell them how awesome I was. Colin? I was awesome.
Wow, I can't believe I'm here at the actual Spawn Point desk. This is unreal.
Well, you better start believing, Tim, because we've got loads of questions to answer, and the Spawnlings, they will not go easy on you if you get them wrong.
Yeah. I know all about the Noob Cup, Bajo. Don't you worry about me, aight?
You don't want to be drinking from that noob cup. It tastes like shame. It tastes foul. Why don't we get you warmed up on an easy question first, and then move on to the difficult ones later? Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go with this one here from Scarlett, who is in Nuttawading, Victoria.
No.
Don't touch the phone.
Sorry. I thought... No.
I touched the phone.
Yeah.
Hi guys! Have you done a review on Mario Kart 8? Because I really want to know that, first of all, what happens when you receive 10 gold coins, and how many Mario Kart games have been made, and finally, when was the first one made, and, if you know this, how popular was it? Well, Scarlett, we have indeed reviewed both Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and you can watch those on our website in the review section. Just look under M for Mario Kart. Oh, wahoo! Woo!
As for what happens when you get 10 coins, well, each coin you collect makes you go just a little bit faster. So, when you max out at 10 coins, your kart will be getting a decent top speed boost.
They also give you a tiny boost when you pick one up, so it's worth grabbing them even if you've already got 10. And of course, you need to collect coins to unlock new parts, so they're useful for that too.
As for how many Mario Kart games have been made, well, they're up to Mario Kart 8, and then they released the deluxe version, so that's like 9, I think?
Well, but that's forgetting about all the Mario Kart arcade games, and there's even a VR one now.
Oh, no. No, Bajo, does this mean that I have to drink from the Noob Cup?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll need to consult with D.A.R.R.E.N on this one.
Hit him on the phone.
Hello, D.A.R.R.E.N speaking.
Hey, D.A.R.R.E.N, it's Bajo. Just a quick noob check, because Tim here said there were 9 Mario Kart games, but he didn't count the arcade versions. Is that a noob cupping offence?
Well, Tim, I think considering it's your first time on our Spawn Point and your first question, and you were right about how many games have been released for home consoles and handheld devices, I'd say we can let you off with a warning this time.
Cool, D.A.R.R.E.N, thank you so much. But just for future references, how many Mario Karts have actually been made?
Well, along with the 9 released for home consoles, there are 3 standard arcade releases, plus the recent VR arcade version, totaling 13 Mario Kart games.
That's a lot of games. Now, I know the first one came out in the early 90s, but I'm not so good with dates and numbers, D.A.R.R.E.N, so could you please tell me exactly when the first Mario Kart game came out, and was it popular?
Oh, of course. The first Mario Kart was Super Mario Kart, released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992. It was a critical and commercial hit, selling almost 9 million copies, making it the 4th best-selling SNES game ever. Its popularity is largely responsible for creating the entire kart racing genre of games.
There's been loads of imitators over the years, haven't there? From Diddy Kong, Crash Bandicoot, Sackboy, even Sonic got in on a piece of that kart racing action.
Excuse me, Tim. I think you'll find Sonic is a super awesome, original, cool dude who makes his own way in the world, Tim.
You'll have to forgive Bajo. He's very protective of Sonic.
Of course, I meant no disrespect to the great blue one. Bajo, I mean, Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing is sick.
It is sick, Tim. It is sick. I think that's all the hell we need from you, D.A.R.R.E.N. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Goodbye.
See you, D.A.R.R.E.N.
Chili dogs.
You want to...
I'll hang up.
Okay.
Here I go. That's me.
Nice one.
Cool.
Okay, well, let's move on to this one. Oh, which is from Ben, and it's a video question. Take it away, Ben.
Hi, GGSP. Do you know any good racing games for the PC? Is Lego Worlds better than Slime Rancher? And are they making Minecraft Story Mode Season 3? Thanks, see ya!
Wow. Firstly, Ben, that sweater is amazing.
And what about the doggos?
I know. I mean, I was blown away by the sweater, and then not one, but 2 adorable doggos show up. I mean, that is a top video, Ben. And to answer your question, yes, I absolutely do know some good racing games for PC. There's just so many.
Oh, there are so many. It really depends on what kind of racing games you like. If you like more realistic simulator-style racing, then there's the Project Cars series, Assetto Corsa, iRacing, F1, and then there's a free version of Forza Motorsport called Forza Motorsport 6 Apex, and Forza 7 just came out recently. But you will need to be on Windows 10 to play any Forza games.
Personally, I like the crazier races, like Need for Speed, Trackmania, and Redout. Also, I love a bit of off-road action, so rally games like D.A.R.R.E.N are great too. Oh, and the last Forza Horizon was super sweet.
Yeah, and that one was set in Australia. Awesome! We could also happily recommend pretty much any racing game from any of those series, so hopefully one of them looks good to you. As for if LEGO Worlds is better than Slime Rancher, well, they're very different games, so it's quite hard to compare them. But if you're after my personal opinion rather than some hard fact, then personally, I'd say Slime Rancher is the better game. I had way more fun with that.
You reviewed both of them, didn't you?
I did. Good memory, good memory.
Okay, so what did you score them?
From memory, I gave Slime Rancher a very high score. I want to say 4.5.
That is huge. That's almost perfect.
Yeah.
What about Lego Worlds?
From memory, I gave that one a 1.
Okay, so not much competition there between those scores.
No, not really. But to be fair to LEGO Worlds, it has had quite a few updates since it came out, so it should be much better to play now, in theory. I haven't played it recently though, so I don't know if it is, but it could be. But I don't know. But it could be. But I don't know. But Tim, it could be.
Okay. Fair enough. Now, as for Minecraft Story Mode Season 3 coming out, well, I'm pretty sure there hasn't been anything announced just yet.
Yeah, they're still releasing Season 2 episodes at the moment, so maybe it's a little too early for them to announce Season 3.
Yes, but it has so far been super popular and successful, so I'd say it's quite likely to get more seasons.
Yes, indeed. But on that note, we are out of time for this week. If you'd like to ask us a question, then you can go here and send it in. And thanks again for your awesome video question, Ben. We'll be sending you a t-shirt very soon.
Not that you'll need it with that boss sweater.
Good sweater. You gotta wear a shirt under the sweater though, right? Otherwise you get really itchy.
That's why it's called a sweater.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's that time of the year again, you guys.
Oh, time to buy new underpants.
Is it my birthday? No, it's when the new FIFA game comes out.
It's time to score some goals!
Sport.
Pedro, it's Morata. And the celebrations reflect that. And here's the shot. D.A.R.R.E.N. Take another look at the goal. Rashford.
Oh, that's a wonderful goal. Really is. Perfect timing.
Has to score. And they managed to score here.
Shot from the off.
FIFA 18 is the latest installment in the long-running soccer sim series from EA Sports, and it is jam-packed with things to do for fans of the world game.
Yes, if you love watching soccer, especially the English Premier League, then you'll really enjoy how authentic the FIFA experience is, with all of its officially licensed teams and TV-style presentation. It's always top-notch.
And guys, young soccer superstar Alex Hunter is back to continue his journey in the game's story mode. Hunter was introduced last year as a playable character looking for soccer stardom, and it's here that you get to experience all the drama that takes place both on and off the pitch.
Another striker.
We think it's time you went out on loan.
You know, I really like the journey mode. It gives you something to fight for when you're playing a game, because you've got Hunter's career on the line. And this year, he's faced with possibly getting signed to one of the biggest clubs in the world, Real Madrid.
They even got Cristiano Ronaldo in the game! See!
Yeah, those cameos are cheesy, but they are also fun. And guys, after FIFA 17, I was surprised you don't begin your career playing for England, because that's where the story finished up last year.
Yeah, that's never really explained. Instead, you have to go play in the American MLS and prove yourself again.
Yeah. I saw your little showcase, but can you do it when it counts?
But I do like that you can customize Hunter a bit now, from haircuts to daggy clothes.
Stylin'. I do think that EA need to work harder on their dialogue scenes though. They just don't seem to make enough of an obvious difference to the story.
It's been amazing, yeah. Dream come true. But I can hardly believe I'm sitting here talking to you about it.
But when it comes to action on the field, FIFA 18 is bursting with life. This is a goal-a-thon. Goal!
Go on, son.
Yes!
He's got it in!
Back of the net.
He made that look easy.
Nothing but net! Oh! It is true that FIFA 18 appears to put more emphasis on the attacking game, making it a bit easier to skip past defenders and score than in FIFA 17.
Yeah, and passing the ball around definitely feels nice and crisp. But I still don't think defending should feel this clumsy.
Morata. Here's a chance to goalkeeper. Well, they've broken through.
Switching to classic controls and pressing with multiple players still works better to regain possession, even if it is a bit messy and kind of stuffs up your formations.
Yeah, and if you get a bit too eager and you're going for a daring slide tackle, you might even get carded. But I still find the referees a little bit lenient.
In this attack. Can finish it off. That's when you need a defender to show his class.
The player collisions can still sometimes look a little wacky, and the game purposefully ignores those, I think. Hey ref, what's the deal, mate?
One of FIFA's most popular modes is back again, of course. FIFA Ultimate Team, or FUT as we like to call it. This is the game's fantasy football style of mode, where you can build a team out of players from anywhere in the world. And of course, opening those player packs is always exciting. Who's it going to be?
I couldn't really tell if anything was different about this mode in FIFA 18 because, to be honest, it kind of felt the same as last year.
And you could actually say that about the entire game in many ways. Nothing's been majorly overhauled. There are just lots of little fixes here and there, maybe a nice new menu or two. Oh, but in career mode, you have to negotiate player transfers in a weird cutscene now.
I like that they tried to make this more dramatic, but it just slows down the whole process. People do not talk this slowly. Skip!
I actually like this, Bajo, because if you're going to simulate what it's like to be an actual manager of a football team, then why not cut out all the boring menus?
Another thing that surprised me, guys, is that there's no World Cup mode in this release of FIFA. And I have a suspicion that's because they plan to release a World Cup edition next year when the World Cup is actually on.
Oh, that would be so unfair. But you can at least play as the Matildas in the International Women's Cup. And they are the best women's team in the world at the moment.
We should also mention that the Nintendo Switch version of FIFA 18 is slightly different to the other console versions. Because it runs on a completely different game engine, the Journey story mode is not included.
Now the shot. And he's taken the jump.
Also, there are some cosmetic differences.
It's a little disappointing for Switch fans, but at the same time, it is the best version of FIFA on a handheld.
What a fine save.
Final thoughts?
Well, overall, I think this is a really solid installment for FIFA, and if you love your soccer, you can't go wrong, so I'm giving it 4 out of 5.
I agree, Goose. There's not much here to grumble about. FIFA 18 is so much fun, and it's great in multiplayer. I'm going to give it 4.5 rubber chickens.
I think they should have done much more with the Journey mode this year, but it is a great soccer sim, so I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Okay, Darren, I know how this goes. It's time for the answer to your challenge.
Affirmative, Tim. At the start of the show, I asked you this. What does Chase McCain need to fight at the end of the moon base level in Lego City Undercover? And the answer is... a big red robotic T-Rex.
Such a cool fight.
Dinosaurs make anything cool.
Speaking of making things cool, Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, my pleasure, guys. And if you guys ever want a game of FIFA, you know who to call. Someone who's good at FIFA.
You did all right, mate. You did okay.
Hey, thanks.
Well, next week on the show, we look at the cartoony craziness of Cuphead.
Plus, we check out an RPG with action, adventure, and putting in Golf Story. Not to be underestimated, that one.
Well, until next time, be nice.
Have fun.
And keep gaming. Goose out.
Tim out.
Bajo out.
Darren out.
Hey, Tim, since you filled in for us, maybe Bajo and I could come and do the news.
Absolutely. You guys would be so good at the news.
Oh, we would do such a good job. Hello, this is Bajo coming in for the news, and now over to Goose with the weather.
Hey, thank you, Bajo. I'm indoors, so it's all fine. Back to you.
Darren, what's your schedule like, mate?
I think I can make some room.